What's up everyone, Dennis and Kelsey Heenan from Kipping.com, and now today we are going to be talking about pull-ups. This is a question we get all the time on how to improve your pull-ups or how to do your first pull-up.
Yeah, so we get asked this question all the time, so we wanted to put together a few different variations that really helped me when I was working on my pull-ups, when I hadn't been able to do pull-ups my entire life. So we did a bunch of these variations, we worked on them all the time, and now I'm able to do lots of pull-ups, and it's really fun.
Now here's the crazy thing, is that Kels for a long time thought that she would never be able to do a pull-up, which is crazy because oftentimes pull-ups is just in your mindset. So you want to first off, push past that barrier that you're quote-unquote never going to be able to do a pull-up, because if you work on it, you're going to be able to do a pull-up no matter where you are at right now. And that's exactly what you overcame, and now, I think your record is like 15 in a row now, when she thought she could never do a single pull-up, which is crazy. But these variations that we're going to show you today are going to be a great way to just build up that pull-up strength in order to not only increase your pull-ups, but also help you get that first pull-up.
So guys, you can do pull-ups. Yes. Now you just have to work on these variations all the time, and I promise you'll be able to get your first pull-up.
Yeah, so that's one of the keys that is going to be huge when you're trying to improve your pull-ups, is actually to practice them almost every single day. So when we were working on it, Kelsey was doing it 5 days per week, and then was letting her body rest a couple days in between, but she was really putting in the work, 5 to 10 minutes after a workout, or really focusing on these exercises during a workout. So let's jump to the exercises.
Let's do it.
All right, so the very first exercise that we're going to be doing for the pull-ups is going to be going slow on the way down, and going as slow as you possibly can. So it's getting to the top, whether that's jumping up there, or if you have a box or a step that you can step up to the top. The key is going to be focusing on going as slow as you possibly can on the way down. So Kelsey's going to jump up to the top here. I'm going to kind of help her catch her balance. So she's going to sit right here, and then she's just going to lower herself as slow as she possibly can, really trying to contract her lats. That's the key. You want to focus on contraction of those lats and of the biceps when you're doing that. So once you're back down at the bottom, you're going to jump back up again. The slower you can go at this, the better it's going to be for you. So you want to go as slow as you possibly can on each one of these repetitions. Now again, Kelsey's jumping up there for this. If you can do that, awesome. We recommend jumping into it. However, if you do need a box or a step, just step up there, get to the top, and then slowly lower yourself down. That's the first exercise we always recommend starting with, and just really focusing on contracting the muscles, especially those lat muscles, because that's where you're going to need the strength when you start building up your pull-ups. So the second exercise that we're going to be showing you today is the jumping pull-up. Now the key here is to really focus on as much pulling as you can and as little jumping as you can. So to give you an example, this one that I'm about to do is going to be a lot of jumping, and it's going to be very little pulling to the top. So if I were to be here, I would jump all the way up right there, so that would be a lot of jump, whereas if I was only going to do a little bit of a jump, it would just kind of be here, and I would pull as much as I can to the top. So the more you can pull to get to the top, the better on the jumping pull-up, so you want to use as little jump as possible.
Right. This is about giving yourself a little bit of momentum to be able to get to the top. So if you can't get a full pull-up, this is just going to give you that extra little boost to be able to pull yourself up.
Now, when you get to the top again, the key here is going to be focusing on the negative movement on the way down. So when you jump to the top, you want to catch that pause. If you do have a partner, like I was doing with you before, kind of stop them so that you're not like swinging everywhere. But the key is to get to the top and try not to swing. So if I were to come here, I would get to the top, contract those muscles so I'm completely tight, and then slowly lower myself on the way down. So if you want to demonstrate that really quick. So Kelsey's going to, you're right here, pull herself up, get to the top, and then slowly lower herself down, just like that. Now, jumping pull-ups are incredible, and it's just a great way to start improving your pull-ups, and it's a great way to incorporate pull-ups into your workouts. That's one of the keys. When we had pull-ups in our workouts and you couldn't do them, she started doing the jumping pull-ups, and that was just one of the, so you could include some pull-up movements into the workouts. All right, so once you're starting to feel comfortable with the negative motion of the pull-up and really working on contracting those lats, what we're then going to do is start from a dead hang position, and you're just going to try to pull yourself up as far as you possibly can. Now, for some of you, when you're first starting out, you might be able to hang right here and only pull up to right here, and that's totally okay, because over time you're going to be able to pull yourself up higher and higher. But the key is to pull yourself up as high as you possibly can, and then hold yourself there for as long as you can. So Kelsey's going to demonstrate that really quick. So she's going to start in the dead hang position, and she's going to just pull herself up, and we'll stop about halfway. So she's going to pull right there. Let's say if you could just get there. Focus on staying there as long as you can, and then as you feel yourself going down, start lowering yourself slowly back to the starting position, then drop off, and then she would do the same thing. Now, over time, like I said, you might be able to maybe go like 2 inches today, but over time you're gonna be able to keep going, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5, and then eventually you're gonna be able to pull yourself over the bar. Now, the next exercise we want to show you is to add in a little bit of a swing to help or gives yourself momentum to get over the bar.
So when you add a little bit of a swing, you might have heard this referred to as a kipping pull-up. So the kip is just a little bit of a swing to help you get a little bit extra momentum to get your chin over the bar.
So on this movement, feel free to use your legs a little bit to kind of like give yourself momentum to get over the bar. So Kelsey's going to demonstrate that really quick here. She's going to be here on the bar. She's going to swing forward a little bit with her body and then bring her legs and knees up towards the bar when she's doing this. So right there, so she can get over. She's going to get that momentum for the kipping pull-up. Now, oftentimes people are like, well, that's not a real pull-up. But here's the thing, when it comes to getting your first pull-up, getting one like that with a little bit of momentum is going to give you the confidence to be able to do a strict pull-up. And that was the key for you, especially.
Right. Being able to learn how to do a kipping pull-up just gave me this boost of confidence to know what it feels like to get up over the bar. So if you know what it feels like to be able to get up over the bar, you're eventually going to be able to build up the strength to do it strict. But just getting a little bit of a swing in there can really help boost your confidence to get up there.
Yeah, so going back over the 4 exercises, starting off with the first one is just to step up there on a box. You can get up there, you can jump up there, but slowly lowering yourself on the way down. That's the key to the negative pull-up. So let's demonstrate that one more time.
So this is a big jump.
Yeah, so this is a big jump. So you're gonna get up to the top, and then she's gonna slowly lower herself all the way down as slow as she possibly can, really contracting the lats right there. Okay, so the second one is a jumping pull-up. You're trying to use as little jump as possible so you can be using as much pull as you can. So that's going to be right here. So Kelsey's going to jump, use as much pull as she possibly can, get to the top, and then slowly lower herself down. The third one is the dead hang. So we're going to be hanging in that position, and she's going to pull herself up as high as she possibly can, and then hold that position right there. And as she feels it herself slowly lowering down, that's when she's going to lower her body back down. Now the fourth one is the kipping pull-up. So again, using a little bit of momentum to get your chin over the bar. So she's going to swing a little bit and then bring those knees up to the bar, just like that, getting herself over the bar like that. And then finally, that's when we move into the strict pull-up. So the strict pull-up, again, is in that dead hang position. Then she's going to pull herself up over the bar, just like that, back down, and then back up. So that's the key to the strict pull-up. And that is what we're trying to help you build to. Now, over time, the key with pull-ups is just to stay consistent with them. The more consistent you stay with them, adding them in 2, 3, 4 days a week, this can be 5 to 10 minutes, this can be during a workout. Just putting extra work in on your pull-ups is going to help you greatly improve them. So if you have any questions at all on how to improve your pull-ups, we really hope this was helpful. If you start incorporating these at the end of your workouts, depending on where you're at in your pull-ups, whether that be the negative motion, whether that be the jumping, the kipping, or just practicing your strict pull-ups or even weighted pull-ups, we hope this was helpful in helping you improve your pull-ups or even get that first one. And if this did help, please let us know. Subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends who may need to improve their pull-ups. And like always, we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.